I tried to seek therapy in other places, learned the hard way that those places weren't the best for me. I had someone there at school that I can go to and talk about my feelings. However, there wasn't a lot of time aside for me to be able to go into the deep roots of my issues.
So in my particular experience when I was growing up, I didn't have people to go to talk about my mental health as it related to being adopted, being in the foster care system. My parents did not work with adoption competent therapists when I was growing up, nor did they seek out their own therapy. I think if my parents had seen an adoption competent therapist, then they probably would have understood more about why that relationship that I had with my birth family, I have an open adoption in my case, was so important. And it might have spurred them to want to create stronger connections with my birth family than they did.
It felt like every day was like an unknown of who am I? What am I here for? Why did I go through this? While I was in care is really when I started seeing a therapist, and they were mainly for trauma-informed. I never particularly had an adoption competent therapist. I didn't know the adoption competent therapist was a thing. If someone told me straight up, hey, this is gonna happen and I'm here by your side, I didn't have that. I had to figure it out myself. I wish that I had someone that knew those skills, because then I wouldn't be struggling right now.
When we focus on improved outcomes, what we're talking really about is shifting the trajectory of the adult life of youth who have experienced child welfare. Mental health is a springboard for an entire life, and that means education, physical well-being, school, peers, family relationships, stability in the home. We think about it as the foundation upon which all other development rests, and so it becomes really critical.
It was like drinking water in the desert. It was something that I didn't even know was there, and when I had it, I knew that I needed it for my soul. Seeing an adoption competent therapist changed everything for me, and it changes a lot of things for adoptees out there, Because when you have an adoption competent therapist working with you, for a lot of us, it's the first time that we're actually given permission to talk about the loss, the grief, the sadness that goes along with frequently being adopted. And that's something that we were told either not to say or that no one asked us previously. So this was, for me, something that was really affirming and that I carried on with me and that I also tell families about today. Receiving adoption competent therapy shifted the trajectory of my life by helping me understand the things that I was saying to myself, but that I wasn't saying to anyone else.
Families were needing help, but we didn't know how to help them. And we were having a hard time finding anybody who really did understand maybe their unique story.
If we don't have people out there who understand the nuance, the complexities involved in adoption, foster care, the child welfare system, we have gaps.
Knowing that this is going to be a resource available to people makes me excited for what practice gets to look like and what the impact on young people in foster care, knowing that there are people who are trained to really understand what they've been through and what they're going through.
I think adoption competent is important because a lot of us go through so much trauma, and having the right person that understands how to help you and guide you to formulate those feelings is going to help you as a person.
Strengthening of some of the collaborative work that Oklahoma has already started to build between our mental health system and our child welfare system, but also being able to expand. We all know that there are challenges that we still face in Oklahoma, and today I know that several of the people who are coming together are looking forward to the opportunity to combining our thought process and our efforts to be able to start taking steps towards finding solutions for some of those big challenges that we still face.
We'd really like to help improve collaboration across child serving systems to be more efficient in order to meet those needs. Additionally, we're really hoping to help them develop better access to children's mental health services.
So we need to better train our therapists. We need to better train our mental health providers generally. But that starts from the ground up, and it starts by listening to the voices of adoptees who are describing how they feel about being adopted.
If I had those type of services when I was younger, it would have been 10 times better.